So in Biozoology plus 2 book, we have to cover total 12 chapters. The unit 1 we are today we are going to discuss. Unit 1 we have to take 3 chapters: reproduction in organisms, human reproduction, and reproductive health. In first chapter, reproduction in organism, we will discuss about what is reproduction and what are the modes of reproduction and what is asexual reproduction, what are the different types of asexual reproduction, then sexual reproduction in animals. Okay. Good morning everybody, my dear students. Today we are going to deal with plus 2 biology chapter number 1, reproduction in reproduction in animals we are going to deal with. Okay, so first of all, in this chapter we will study about what is reproduction, what are the different modes of reproduction like asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, and we will study very detailed about asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Okay, first of all living organism, okay, they reproduce and they found in our earth in abundant number. So they show a particular life cycle. The life cycle start from birth, the first phase of life cycle, birth. And what happens, the living organism next enter into another phase of life cycle, growth, then development. After attaining growth, their body develops, their organ system develops, then they enter into another phase of life cycle, maturation. Okay, then what happens after maturation, then enter into another phase of life cycle, it is called reproduction. They produce as young ones and finally go to death. So this is life cycle of a living organism. So what are the stages of life cycle? Birth, growth, development, maturation, reproduction, and finally death. So reproduction, it is very important. Okay, so reproduction is a fundamental feature of a living organism. So my first question, what is reproduction? So you can give the definition. It is a biological process by which an organism produce it is young one. What is reproduction? An organism which produce it is young ones. This is a biological process by which an organism produces it is young one. Okay, clear? And what happens next? This young one, it will mature and it also undergoes growth and maturation. This young one undergo growth and maturation and they enter into reproduction, then finally death. So this life cycle continues. It is applicable in all case of all living organism. So birth, growth, development, maturation, reproduction and death. Here in this chapter we are going to deal with reproduction. So I told you what is reproduction. Reproduction means it is a biological process by which an organism produce it is young one. Okay, then what happens next? This young one undergoes growth and maturation, then this life cycle continues. So this reproduction, it is very important. Why? It is a fundamental feature of a living organism. What is the important point about reproduction? It is important for the continuation of species. And it is also important for variation. So reproduction, it is very important for the continuation of the species. One generation, next generation, then after next generation. If reproduction is not going to happen, what happens? That species extinct. Okay. So reproduction, it is very important for the continuation of the species and also for variation. Variation means it is a difference between one species to it is a differences found in one species with its other members. Okay, so variation in characters. Then this continuation and variation, which are essential for adaptation and evolution. These are very essential for adaptation and evolution. Adaptation means a living organism adjusts with its environment. Okay, and it leads to evolution. So this is all about introduction of this chapter, reproduction in organism. So the main point, what is reproduction? Reproduction means it is a biological process by which one organism produces its young. Next we will go to mode of reproduction. Next topic we are going to deal with modes of reproduction. So here we can see here asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. These are the two modes of reproduction living organism follows, asexual and sexual. Whatever it is, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, you can see all these basic features. That means synthesis of RNA. You know what is RNA, ribonucleic acids. What are the different types of RNA? Do you remember? Messenger RNA, transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA. Okay, so synthesis of RNA and synthesis of proteins. This messenger RNA goes to ribosome and they produces protein. Okay, then cell division and growth and formation of reproductive units and fertilization. All these basic features you can see in all modes of reproduction, whatever it is, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So first of all, asexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction, only a single parent involved. Only a single parent involved. And no gametes involving in this reproduction. And the offsprings, the children, are genetically identical. Offsprings are genetically identical. Suppose it is the parent cell, single parent, and the single parent produces offsprings, and all these offsprings are genetically identical. Okay, so there is no gametes, only a single parent found, and there is no gametes means there is no female gamete and there is no male gamete, and whatever the offsprings, they are genetically identical. Then coming to sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, you can see two parents, male parent and a female parent. Male parent and female parent. Male parent produce male gamete called sperm, and female parent produces female gamete called ova, and fertilization takes place and they produce offsprings. Okay, so here two parents involved and gametes involved. So these are the basic difference between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Okay, then next we will discuss what are the different types of asexual reproduction and what are the different types of sexual reproduction. Okay, next we are going to discuss asexual reproduction in very detail. Asexual reproduction, I told you, only one single parent involved, and this shows uniparental inheritance. Uniparental inheritance. what is meaning of uniparental inheritance? That means a single parent produces its offsprings. Okay. So in asexual reproduction you can see uniparental inheritance. And asexual reproduction is also called, I forgot to tell you, it is also called somatogenic reproduction, or it is also called blastogenic reproduction. Somatogenic reproduction or blastogenic reproduction, because it is called because in asexual reproduction body cells or somatic cells are involved, so it is also called somatogenic or blastogenic reproduction. So mainly the members of Protista and bacteria and archaea and some members of multicellular organisms with simple organization, they show asexual reproduction. Okay. And these are the different types of asexual reproduction: fission, sporulation, budding, gemule formation, fragmentation and regeneration. Okay, so which are the organism shows asexual reproduction? Protista, bacteria, archaea and multicellular organism with a simple organization. For example, you know Hydra. Then what are the different types of asexual reproduction? Fission, sporulation, budding, gemule formation, fragmentation and regeneration. Why asexual reproduction is also called somatogenic or blastogenic reproduction? Because in asexual reproduction only somatic cells, the somatic cells or body cells involved. So that's why they are called somatogenic reproduction or blastogenic reproduction. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about first type of asexual reproduction, fission. So what is meaning by fission? Fission is very simple. The parental body, it divides into two or more daughter individual. So for example, this is the parental body, parental organism, which is divided into two or more daughter individual. That type of asexual reproduction is called fission. Okay, very simple. And there are different types of fission found. First one, binary fission. Binary fission simply means the parental organism divides into two daughter individuals. Then multiple fission. Third one, sporulation. And fourth one, sterilization. So we again classify fission into binary fission, multiple fission, sporulation and sterilization. Next we will discuss what is meant by binary fission. Next we are going to discuss binary fission. What is meaning of bi? Bi means two. Okay. So binary fission means the parental organism that divide into two daughter individual. That type of asexual reproduction is called binary fission. Okay. Then what are the steps takes place during the time of binary fission? First of all, inside the cell, the nucleus divides. That is called nuclear division. Karyokinesis. Then after nuclear division, what takes place inside the cell? Division of cytoplasm. That is called cytokinesis. Okay, so consider if it is an cell that is undergone binary fission. First step, the nucleus found inside the cell divides. Okay, then after division of this nucleus, what happens? Cytoplasm divides. So nuclear division, it is called karyogenesis, and cytoplasm division, it is called cytokinesis, and they become finally two daughter individuals. So that's about binary fission. Then what are the different types of binary fission found in organisms? We again classified this binary fission based on plane of division. For example, simple binary fission, then transverse binary fission, then third one, longitudinal binary fission, the last one, oblique binary fission. Binary fission classified based on plane of division. Simple binary fission, transverse binary fission, longitudinal binary fission, oblique binary fission. So in case of simple binary fission, the plane of division, it is very difficult to observe. But in case of transverse binary fission, the plane of division runs through the transverse axis of the parental organism. For example, this is a parental organism. Plane of division runs through the transverse axis of the parental organism. And longitudinal binary fission means the plane of division runs through the longitudinal axis of the organism. And oblique division, oblique binary fission. Oblique binary fission, it produces unequal daughter individuals. Okay, so simple binary fission example. Simple binary fission example. Amoeba, you know that amoeba. And transverse binary fission example, Paramecium. And Paramecium, they show both sexual and asexual method of reproduction. Okay. And longitudinal binary fission example, Euglena. And fourth one, oblique binary fission example, Serratia. Okay. So these are the different types of binary fission based on plane of division. Binary fission classified into simple binary fission, transverse binary fission, longitudinal binary fission, and oblique binary fission. And note down these examples also: simple binary fission example amoeba, and transverse binary fission example Paramecium, and longitudinal binary fission example Euglena, and oblique binary fission example Serratia. Okay. So next we are going to discuss about first type of binary fission, irregular simple binary fission. It is present in organism amoeba. Amoeba, you know, it is an irregular shaped organism, unicellular organism. So if we check the binary fission amoeba, you can see here the plane of division. It is very difficult, it is very hard to observe in case of amoeba, because amoeba, they have irregular shaped cell. So it is very difficult to observe the plane of division. So what are the steps takes place during the time of binary fission? First of all, at the starting time of binary fission, irregular simple binary fission, the contractile vacuole present in amoeba, it will disappear, and also the nucleoli, it all disintegrate, and what happens, this nucleus which divides mitotically and cytoplasm also divides, and finally they become two new amoebal cell. So that is irregular binary fission. Okay, so what are the steps takes place during the time of irregular simple binary fission? Contractile vacuole disappear. First step, contractile vacuole disappear, then nucleus divides mitotically. Then the cytoplasm divides and they form two new daughter amoeba. Okay. So why it is called irregular simple binary fission? Because the plane of division, it is very hard to observe in case of irregular simple binary fission. Very so, any doubt? Next we are going to discuss transverse binary fission. In case of transverse binary fission, the plane of division along the transverse axis of individual organism. Transverse axis of the organism. So plane of division occurs transverse axis of the organism. So basically we already discussed about the examples: paramecium and planaria. Paramecium and planaria. And here you have to note, in case of paramecium, they have two types of nucleus: macronucleus and micronucleus. So at the time of transverse binary fission, macronucleus divides by amitosis and micronucleus divides by mitosis. So main point you have to remember here, the plane of division, transverse axis of the organism or individual organism. Okay, so let's see figure 1.2.
So while observing figure 1.2 transverse binary fission in paramecium, you can see macronucleus and a micronucleus. We already said that macronucleus which divides by amitosis and micronucleus divide by mitotically. So when binary fission starts, these two nucleus they start to divide and the oral groove present on the paramecium disappear. Then next stage what happens, the new oral groove is forming both sides and cytoplasm divides and new contractile vacuoles are forming. Then finally two new daughter paramecium are formed. Okay.
We discuss about longitudinal binary fission. Longitudinal binary fission means the plane of division runs along the longitudinal axis of the parental organism. So it results in two new daughter cells. Longitudinal binary fission seen in euglena. So at the time of division, only one daughter cell retain the flagellum of the euglena and the another flagellum of the another daughter cell. It is formed from basal granules.
Figure 1.3 represents longitudinal binary fission in euglena. In case of oblique binary fission, in which plane is divided obliquely and which resulting in the formation of two unequal daughter cells, it is observed in serratia. In this chapter, we discussed about what is reproduction, what are the different modes of reproduction, and what is asexual reproduction, and what are the different types of asexual reproduction, and what is fission, and what are the different types of fission, and what is binary fission, and classification of binary fission based on plane of division. These are the homeworks for you. First question: what are the main differences between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction? Second question: write a short note about binary fission.